Hello, my name is Clint Johnson. Welcome to Courage to Encourage. This is a show that I created that will help young people that's going through situations in their life that need to be addressed. Many times on the show you're going to see a mother and a daughter, or even a mother and a son, just talking about daily life, what's going on with them, and how do we overcome it. I created this show because I think and I believe that it's going to be very helpful, because the things that we talk about on this show, you and me both go through. So I don't have all the answers, they don't have all the answers, but I promise you, if we all collectively join in and talk about the solution, we can all resolve these issues. So stay tuned. Thank you so much for tuning in. You're going to enjoy it. Today we are here with my special guest, a mother and a daughter. We just want to talk to them. We talk about a little bit about what she's been through and things that she's overcome. So let's just go ahead and get started. Why don't you introduce yourself to me, please?
My name is Dericka Chambers.
And with you is?
My mother, Dericka Chambers.
Okay.
Yes.
And I can almost remember when I first met you, and I saw this young lady that was kind of like all over the place. But I saw that you really wanted to do some things in your life. You wanted to make some change and some improvements in your life. And I kind of got the feeling that you really just didn't know how. So I want us to talk a little bit about Dericka before the process began.
As a child, I faced my mother and my father divorced at a young age for me. That was really the most challenging for me as a child, because my mother and my father did very well on having the children stay in a child's place, or when adults are around, they don't be in the same area or the same room as adults. But the split up, I think, was the most difficult for me, and my mom is more lenient than my father, so that's when I just decided to act out. I was involved in gang activity,
Okay.
drug-related activities.
Okay.
I used to do a lot of illegal things
To try to get through the process.
Right.
You had talked to me before about some of your involvement with your father, saying that not having the right support, or maybe the put downs. Tell me a little bit about that.
As a child, he wasn't there to support my mom nor myself.
How did that make you feel?
That I have to make my mother proud. I have to do it for her. Once I realized that I was going down the wrong path, that I have to make my mom proud. I have to, because she's the only one that's been there for me and had my back through everything.
What I always understand, that there's two sides to the story, and I appreciate your side, but I want to hear it from Mom now. Mom, tell me a little bit about your daughter as she was coming up.
As a young child, like she said, Dad was in the picture at first. I worked more than he did, and so she spent a lot of time with her dad. She had a very good relationship as a child, and at times I felt like she didn't even care about me. It was all about her daddy. But once her dad left, you could see little acting out at school. He left, I say she was like 6 or 7, give her a turn 7. And for 3 years in school, she used that as an excuse to act up in school. Oh, my daddy just left us, you know, stuff like that. And that sort of hurt my feelings, because I kept telling her, you know where he's at. I mean, he does contact you here and there. So don't keep acting like because he's not there, you can't get your work done. So time went on. She hit those teen years, and wow. Yeah. It was one thing after another, fighting a lot, or just smart talking, smart aleck, you know. And her being the youngest of 3, she had big sister, big brother, so she was more in tune to what the older children were doing and not so much what was going on in her class.
I want you to talk to me about a time where you were extremely concerned, worried, and scared for your daughter. And she probably didn't even know. And it's just something that you kept to yourself. Tell me about that.
During her pregnancy, I was really concerned. She did go to school the first part of her pregnancy. She fought during the pregnancy. And I was just worried that, okay, I've come to grips with her being pregnant, and now she's out here doing things that not only jeopardize her, but this child that hasn't been born yet too.
Okay.
So I was really concerned of her getting involved in some things that would be way over her head, and she wouldn't know how to get out of it, or she wouldn't be here.
Okay.
You know, I look back at some of the stuff and some of the nights that I just prayed. Yeah. Lord, there's nothing I can do. Right. She's in your hands, you know. She went through running away with the dad, and he loves me, you don't love me. And it was a lot of things that, is my baby gonna be okay? Yeah. You know, but I had to stop and look at myself at times, and I was always told that I was a very hard-headed child myself. So I had to stop, rethink, and say, if I was hard-headed, I believe she's hard-headed too, and she has to learn on. She's going to have to bump her head until she understands that there's a better way.
Right. Talk about that time when you really needed mom and she wasn't there for you. Yeah.
I can honestly say that this lady always has my back, regardless if I'm wrong or right. Yeah. She's there. She might want to hear my side. It might be some faulty stuff on my side, but she's definitely going to listen to me, understand, or try to understand, or just listen. She gives me her shoulder to lean on. Like, there's never been a time in my life that my mommy has not been there for me.
So a lot of the nonsense that you were dealing with came from you.
Yes, sir.
Thinking that you know everything.
Yes, sir.
Thinking that you grown and you can't be told nothing, and you're going to do it your own way.
Yes, sir.
Now, here you are, a young lady, pregnant with a child, out here on your own, no education, no job skills, and trying to make it in this world, right?
Yes.
And when we talked before and I interviewed you before, the way I got your attention was what?
By telling me that my son was a convicted felon.
Yes, because everything that you were doing was going to affect your son. And that's how I was trying to get your attention, because sometimes we don't realize that the decisions that we make affects other people. And I needed you to realize that what was in front of you, not what was behind you, which was your mom. She had laid the groundwork for you, but what was in front of you was your son coming through this process. And I'm trying to get you to build this relationship so your son could be ready for what's to come in this world. Through all those circumstances and through all that situation, tell me when did you find yourself?
I had just recently got terminated from a job, and it was a point. It was around Christmas time, right in December, and I just couldn't take it no more. I wanted positive things. I wanted my son to be around positivity. I wanted better. I wanted us to live better the right way and not the illegal way. I just wanted to get my education. I wanted to become a better mother, a better leader in the community. I wanted to be, I wanted everybody to tell me that they're proud of me. I wanted them to look at me as a different person.
Yeah. There are young ladies that's going through very similar situations like you have and have not found their way out. So I need you to be that voice for them to say, yes, you can. And even when you tell them, yes, you can, they still believe it. You continue to tell them, yes, you can, not because I did it, because you can do it. So now with all these situations that we talked about, you are now doing what?
I have my own place.
Okay.
I have my own vehicle.
You went back to school.
Oh, of course, I went back to school.
And got your GED.
Obtained my GED.
Now what? Let's stay right there. Because when you took your GED, you didn't pass the first time.
No, I did not.
And you took enough courage to go back and take your test again. And you were even happy for other people, but you were equally sad that you didn't pass, but you went back and got it. And since then, what?
I'm in my second semester at Ivy Tech for Business Administration. The first semester for
Ivy Tech is a
community college.
Okay.
Yes. And my first semester for culinary arts. Okay. And so I'm trying to double major right now, and I'm working. I've been on my job for a year and a half.
Have you been promoted?
I've been promoted several times.
And how many raises?
Oh, several.
Okay, several raises. Okay, good. I know that you catch sometimes 2 and 3 or 4 different buses to leave your house, take your son to daycare, get back on another bus and go downtown, get on another bus to get to school, get on another bus from school to get back to your son and get back home. One time you missed the bus. Tell me what happened and what did you do about it?
I missed the bus one morning, my son and I actually made it to the first bus to get him to school. I didn't make the second bus to get to my job. So I walked from his school to Youthville to get here to make sure I was on time and was not letting it hold me back. I got here and I actually beat a couple of staff here walking. But yes, I walked my determination. I was determined to get here on time regardless or not. So
because you knew that you couldn't give up.
Right.
Let me, a couple more things before we go. Tell Mom how proud you want her to be of you now, and why did you go through this process? I know you wanted to make Mom proud, but tell her why you want her to be proud of you.
I want you to be proud of me so you can be happy, so I can take care of you, so you can come live with me if needed, and to show you that you did an awesome job on raising me. Though I went through my time, I am still growing as a young lady, and I will be successful. And I always have God by my side, so you did a wonderful job.
Mom, in the last 2 years, you saw your young daughter grow up. I'm going to tell you something that she shared with me once before. Her other siblings have all graduated from high school and went to college. And what she told me was, over the mantle, she could walk in the house and see their diplomas on the wall, and she didn't have one. It made her really determined to go back and let you know how important that is to her. Tell her how important it is to you now.
You have changed so many minds that said you weren't going to do this and you weren't going to do that. And just the fact of you going back to school, getting your stuff, those people now, oh, I am so proud of you, I'm so proud. They are no more prouder than I am, because I just felt like if you hadn't done it, I may have failed. I might have done something wrong where you didn't see in yourself that you could get anything done, whatever your heart desired, whatever you put your mind to. And I'm just so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I love you so much.
Thank you, Mommy.
Before we leave, I want you to look in the camera and I want you to talk to a young lady that may be going through your situation, and what is it that you would tell her to help her get over her situation, to help her get through her situation on the days that she feel like giving up, where you know she can't afford to, and if she gives up, she's gonna fall short, but if she keep going, she's gonna make it. What is it that you would tell her?
I would tell her to continue to stay focused, be determined. If you have to pray, and you will make it, and find a support system if you can, but God will always watch over you, make sure you're okay, and if you have children, definitely take care of your importance and do your best.
I am so proud of you. Can't wait till you finish and graduate from college and go ahead and start your own career. Talked to your mom the other day. She said, I'm going to work for my daughter at her restaurant. She's already spoken on it, so I'm very excited, but I'm very proud of you, and I love you so much. You are so special to all of us, okay? Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mom.
Thank you.
All right. So what I would tell you is this. Whatever your situation is, you can make it. It's really up to you. No one has that right to tell you that you can't make it. And the only person that need to be proud of you is you. You do that, keep God in your life as first, you will make it. Thank you for tuning in, and remember this, never, never, never give up.